Hey guys, Wednesday night, just thought I'd update. We've just been basically moving dirt around last night and tonight, but we kind of widened. We walked earlier down this path that dump truck's sitting in now. The shed's kind of back there, you can kind of see the roof of it. To get, when we started digging the pond, I widened it so I can get the dump truck down here and load. But this is kind of been working on that, kind of where the rocks. Right about there is where, right about there is where I stopped the last time. And now I'm continuing to dig it down just to get some dirt. And I'm going to continue going that way with it as far as I can. But I'll take you up and show you kind of what we've been doing. We're trying to build up the yard where the garage is going to go. But I'll take you up and show you kind of what that looks like here. So I'll be right back. So we're back up. Here's the road going around to the shed. The house is right there. So we kind of staked out a while ago kind of where we thought we'd want to have our garage. And so we're gonna, hey, you two, knock it off. Hey, that's enough. That's what we get to look forward to most nights. But anyhow, so kind of there's a stake there, and there's another stake which would be kind of the apron to the driveway or to the garage. We want to be able to park a little bit, at least get around it and park out in front of the garage a little and not block the road to the shed as much. But then there's another stake. Where is it? Right there. And the other corner stake is right there. So we're just kind of building this up. As you can see, it drops off fairly well down here. It's probably about a 3-foot drop here that I've got sloped down. So we got to come up another foot yet on this because I want this to be higher than the road, so that so the garage sits up higher. So any water that does hit it will go drain down the front, down the road, and then the yard here we're going to build it up so that it does drain kind of that way and slopes, because our septic tank is right there, and slopes down away from the house there. Because we want to build this part of the back of the house up yet. We're going to bring the dirt up to about the top of this black, but then we're going to do a boulder wall across there before the doorway to the basement to kind of landscape it and tear it up a little bit and bring it down. But that's kind of the plan. But this is going to be a couple years probably before we do the garage, but I at least wanted to get it in here, get it packing down good so it settles over the next year or two, and we'll park the dump truck and stuff like that in the wintertime up here, and the loader up here. So we'll basically use it as a parking pad, additional parking pad for our, heavier equipment. Once I get it to where I want it, I'll probably bring the old Ford that's sitting down there to get it out of the weeds and bring it up here at some point. That'll be a project down the road when I can get a hold of a transmission to switch out with it. But that's kind of what we're doing. We're just working on that. And then I'm going to bring this up here. Through here needs to be brought up quite a bit yet too. So we're going to try to drain this whole thing from the house down to the driveway so that it drains away and then drains out down the road. That's kind of where we're going on this part of the property. And then the rest will drain. So everything drains from the house. Basically, if you took the house and drains this way to the road, from the house there, drains out to the road there and out to so everything slopes to the road, and the road is the final collection point for the dirt. So all water will want basically across the road to the other side. So that's kind of what we're looking at doing. So that's going to be it for Wednesday night. We'll see what the weather's kind of iffy the next 3 or 4 nights. So we might make some materials trips if the weather's junk and we just want to haul some stuff and that like that. So we'll see what it goes, but we'll keep you posted. We'll see you tomorrow. Hey guys, Monday night. This will be the it for the video. Kind of show you a little bit what we did. But we got some boulders moved down along that. That's kind of what we're going to be doing here along that whole edge. And then there's Joey's little flower garden. And you can see we started moving some of this out of here. We got that mound of rock and dirt kind of leveled off. But I think I've shown some video before. I've been working on this too. But as you can see, I mean, it's pretty, that's about 4 feet high dang near sitting that way. Found that, and it was just a little nub sticking out of the ground. We got that pile of rocks that I pulled out. Another one. This lump from here to here is another big boulder. Here's the one end of it. I mean, the camera doesn't do justice, but, and then dug up a few more, and we got another big one here. That's part of this pile with another big one behind it, but that one leases up above. So this is kind of what we've been worked on a little bit. We didn't get a lot done over the weekend. It basically rained Thursday night all the way through till Sunday morning. So didn't get a lot done. Just kind of putzed with things around here a little bit last night. I didn't do much. But yeah, so I think we're going to keep plugging away at this stuff behind me to get that done so we can get at least this side. I'm trying to get, let me turn around here. So from that corner of the house, on this side of the septic tank, and on this side of that cedar tree, we're going to try to get this all done and hopefully rough graded for this winter, or before this winter. And then at that point, we're going to shift gears again probably and start working on the shed a little bit, getting some stuff out of the shed, which we haven't done yet. We got the shelving done, but we'll kind of go back to working on getting stuff into the basement, and then work on getting the shed dirt built up for before fall, so that next spring it doesn't get so wet inside there. And then we'll be shifting to working on, from there I'll be working on firewood and working on getting the skirting, hopefully start the skirting around the existing house and get that going, so the existing house is closed up for the winter underneath. As you can see, we got a jungle growing underneath here because the plastics come out, so we got to pull all this. It's like it's elderberry, if I remember right. At least that I believe that is. But yeah, all this has to be pulled out because it's growing along the edge of the house. So, but that'll be it for this week, guys. Thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.